以下節目將以粵語及普通話廣播，敬請留意。
歡迎收睇《眾坊街》，我係潘超強。喺澳洲，除咗公立學校同埋收費昂貴嘅私立學校之外呢，有唔少家長都會將仔女送去獨立學校接受教育。獨立學校一般都有宗教信仰背景，又或者係民族傳統嘅色彩，好似伊斯蘭學校、猶太學校同希臘學校咁樣。新州悉尼就有一間以佛教作為辦校方針嘅中學，而且仲係澳洲第一間佛教中學。呢間佛教中學成立嘅時間唔算長，只不過係2年多啲。絕大多數學生都係亞裔，而佢嘅教學方式呢，亦都好不一樣。呢一集眾坊街會帶大家一齊睇下呢間佛教中學嘅面貌。
Hello, I'm Peter Tang. I like Maths, English and Science because they're the 3 main subjects and they're fun. This is my first year, so yeah, I started this year. And it's pretty good so far.
Peter 話：佢本來好怕醜，唔敢主動同人講嘢。大約1年前，佢開始喺呢度讀書。今時今日，就算對住鏡頭 ，Peter 都好樂意講出佢心裏邊嘅説話。
This school is very nice and friendly. It makes me come out of my comfort zone, which is really good because I used to be very shy. And yeah, the school makes me happy.
同 Peter 同一間學校，今年讀10年級嘅 Alice 喺呢度嘅時間比較耐，差唔多有2年。Alice 話：佢覺得成個人同以前唔同咗，連爸爸媽媽都係咁樣諗。
I think my parents have definitely noticed my change. Like, I used to, when they came home, I wouldn't really care, wouldn't really greet them, but now I really value them. Like, when they get home, I'm like, hi Mom, hi Dad, how was your day? I love you.
Alice 話：係呢間學校改變咗佢，令佢學到好多做人嘅道理，亦都令佢明白到珍惜身邊嘅人係幾咁重要。
You learn to value what you have, and I value my family, I value my friends more, and I value everything more, and I think that's very important.
呢度係悉尼西南區 Canley Vale 澳洲第一間佛教中學。
I want you to pick up the spoons and bark the Buddha 3 times. Yeah, 3 spoons.
Firstly, we have Dharma classes. That teaches them about the philosophy of the Buddha itself. Then we also have meditation classes. In our meditation classes, students are taught by meditation teachers about how to clean and purify their mind. Because as a Buddhist, our path in life is actually to understand ourselves, understand our mind. So the Dharma classes help the students in developing their concentration, the ability to focus in their learning or in whatever they're doing in life.
喺悉尼教咗20多年書，本身係一名佛教徒嘅 Pana Pao 喺2012年創辦呢間佛教中學，並且擔任校長。佢話：當初創辦學校嘅推動力，其實同佢一啲個人體會有好大關係。
It was my own personal belief that, my own personal fruition from my knowledge of the Dharma. And there is, I think, from what I learned from the Buddha's teaching, which saved me, which pulled me out from darkness. From that experience and from that fruit, that beneficial fruit, I realized that there's something lacking in the education system, which is providing students a holistic learning, not just academic, but also the qualities of the Buddha wisdom.
另外，家長亦都係重要嘅因素。Pao 校長話：當時有唔少家庭都係信佛教，但係好多時候家長會覺得佢哋同喺呢度長大嘅仔女始終有一段距離。
parents often complain that, my children don't respect me because they think that I don't know this, I don't know that, my English is poor, my technology is no good. So the students who are more modernized by technology, by English, by this barrier between them and the parents, a language barrier, they have grown a large gap in discontentment between them and the parents. So the parents view that as a disrespect. Our intention was basically to provide in this area a teaching which have the values of the parents, the faith values of the parents around here, which allows us to teach their children, so that the gap between the parents and the students are not that big.
Academics education 嘅 system 就係 Western education。我哋跟Australian education government system 嚟教書。但係啲 moral 同埋啲 personal development、spiritual development 係 influenced by Asian culture。
林若佩係呢間學校嘅副校長，2年多以嚟，佢睇住學校慢慢成長，學生人數17名增加到49名。學校規模雖然細，不過林若佩話喺呢度做得好開心。
呢個唔係好似一個job， 唔係工作㗎。我嚟呢個時候啊，好似我裏面嘅心真係好想嚟呢度achieve a purpose。
呢個目標就係要栽培出成人又成才嘅學生。教科學嘅老師紐布納就話：學生人數少，其實係一件好事。
With the small classes, we can focus on each individual student a lot better, and we get to know them very well. And that way we can get the most out of each student and develop their full potential, not only within science, but as a full human being.
教師係人類靈魂嘅工程師，能夠栽培學生成人成才，做一個國家嘅未來主人翁，至為理想。紐布納覺得學術成績只係一部分，學生個人嘅身心發展亦都唔能夠忽略。
At this school, we're trying to develop the whole person, not just mentally, but physically, spiritually, intellectually. And the real love of learning that comes through from all the students, wonderful questions that they ask, and the sort of responses and the eagerness with which they want to learn. Those are skills that can't be measured by pencil and paper tests.
不過，拋校長就好坦白講，喺競爭激烈嘅世界，唔少學校都注重成才嗰部分，成人呢部分就唔係做得咁好。
Virtue, which are qualities of honest, compassion, empathy, honesty, diligence. These are the things that have not really, been taught to the students in their daily lives at school. However, you will find these aspects in Catholic school, in Christian school, in Islam school.
呢啲源於宗教嘅學校，一般都歸納為獨立學校。呢間佛教中學亦都係其中之一。
In New South Wales, there are around about 470 independent schools. They'd educate 180,000 students, and they'd employ around about 15,000 teachers.
Jeff Newcomb 博士係新州獨立學校協會嘅行政總監，佢話好多人都會以為獨立學校係私營機構，資金充裕。事實上，獨立學校都係非牟利機構，而且好多都面對住一個問題：資金不足。喺呢個情況之下，學校唯有靠學費嚟到維持運作。
Parents contribute around about 60% of the income for those schools and about 80% of the capital costs. So the schools are basically built by parents. There's a very small contribution from government to the building of schools, of independent schools.
喺澳洲，學校分為公立學校以及非公立學校，而非公立學校就包括咗私立學校、天主教學校同獨立學校。雖然聯邦政府有撥款俾獨立學校，不過 Newcomb 博士認為，相比起公立學校，獨立學校仍然處於弱勢，尤其係現行嘅撥款模式更加係不利於獨立學校嘅運作，因為獨立體系不能夠根據個別學校嘅需求自行分配政府嘅撥款。
this funding formula that's in place at the moment, or funding model if you wish to call it that, really only applies to independent schools. It doesn't apply to government schools or Catholic schools. So government schools and Catholic schools get a bulk grant from the government, from the Commonwealth government, and they then can choose to distribute it the way they want to within their system. Whereas with independent schools, the money goes directly to the school.
Our fees that we're supposed to charge is around $6,000 to $8,000 like every other private school around here. However, charging at those fees at this point, a lot of the people here are not very familiar with independent private school. So they find, because this is a low socio-economic area, so our fees starting from $2,500 to about $3,500 at this point. When you add that to the government fees, it's still not enough.
學校如果需要更多資金維持運作，但係又唔想增加家長嘅負擔，最常見嘅解決辦法就係搞籌款。呢間佛教學校舊年就舉辦咗2次籌款活動，籌得將近10萬蚊，期間更加得到佛門寺廟同佛教團體出錢出力給予支持。
They have tried to come in to try to give us some kind of resources and also some financial support. But I'm hoping that the wider Buddhist community out there reach out and give us a hand. This is a non-profit school. As such, what that means is that any profit that we make in the future will be used back to grow the community, to grow our community.
學校成立嘅時間唔係好耐，加上又係第一間佛教中學，好多時候要不斷向外間推介，人哋先至能夠理解學校嘅特色係乜嘢。好似學生鐘嘉怡就遇過咁樣嘅情況。
好似我有個補習啊嘛，佢問我：你學校係咩學校嚟㗎？我講係佛教學校，咁就佢未聽過啊。咁就佢講你哋做乜嘢？咁就我哋講晒俾佢聽，咁就好多人問我係學校係做咩，咁就我成日要講俾佢哋聽，咁就好 frustrating。咁就我講係佛教學嚟㗎，OK 咁多㗎，咁就你咪睇好似依家有多啲人聽到啊，咁就我講俾好似親戚嗰啲啊，咁就佢哋又講俾佢啲朋友嗰啲啊，所以依家好多人知道我哋學校係做咩咯，所以好啲咯覺得。
而家喺呢度讀書嘅大部分都係亞裔學生。學校今年計劃會收錄一啲海外學生，透過增加學生數目，解決資金不足嘅問題。拋校長認為，如果佛教界亦都伸出援手，咁樣就會更加好。
There are many Buddhist temples and many Buddhist associations around New South Wales. If we stand alone, it's always going to be weak. You know, one of the beautiful thing about the Catholic system is that everywhere you find a church, you'll find 2 or 3 Catholic schools, primary and high school. One of our hope is that one day, wherever you find Buddhist temples, you will find a few Buddhist schools.